What is up, Nerds Nation? Welcome to the Effin' Nerds podcast. I hope all you guys are staying safe and staying healthy. My name is Nick Denizio, and sitting across from me is the man himself, Martin Moreno.
I like this whole Nerds Nation thing. Right? Bro, ain't no laws in Nerds Nation. Ain't no laws.
Ain't no laws. So we're going to be talking to you guys today about Bad Education, which is premiering on HBO this Saturday. We were lucky enough to see it at TIFF this past year. And from what you remember, Martin, since it was all the way back in September, what did you think of the movie? I
really enjoyed the movie. It was actually, I believe it was in my top three. I think it was JoJo, Ford, and this one. Mm-hmm. I wasn't really too familiar going into it, but I walked away from that movie theater experience really satisfied. I thought out of all the films we saw, I thought, in my opinion, it was the best edited one. And also in terms of like pacing, the movie like flows really, really well. And it was just really good performances across the board. It was Hugh Jackman, I don't want to say career best, but it was definitely up there. Allison Janney is just being Allison Janney, like, no, she's a stud. And yeah, I just thought it was a solid movie, really good performances across the board. Like I said, the editing was really well done, the pacing was really good, and I walked out of the festival, out of all the movies that we saw, that one was definitely in my top three. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. For those of you guys that don't know, basically the premise takes place at like a Long Island school district. Hugh Jackman plays a superintendent, and an embezzlement scandal kind of pops up. For the first chunk of the movie, you're kind of wondering who does it, like who's the one that's kind of involved. You know, either it's one person or it's multiple people. There's kind of a surprise as to what exactly is happening. And the movie also has a lot of different like twists and turns throughout it that I was surprised to see. And I think this is based on a true story.
It was based on a true story, which I'm not entirely, because I know the writer and the director were there.
Yes.
I remember, but I'm not sure if I know that the writer said that he lived through it. I don't know if he meant in terms of like his actual lifespan. He lived through, like, because I believe it happened in like the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if he meant it in the sense of like he lived through the early 2000s or if he actually like went to that school.
I would also be curious too, because how this embezzlement comes about and how it gets kind of it becomes like known to the public is interesting. How the story breaks, like how it breaks. So it very well could be that this guy is the one that did it.
Whether it's true of how it breaks, because like if it broke in the way that it was done in the film, that is a very kind of interesting, and it's kind of like just one of those situations when it's like, you know, remember in SWAT when the guy gets pulled over for like a busted taillight?
Yes.
And that's how they catch him?
That's how they catch him.
It's like one of those things, like that's
very ironic.
Right. It's like that's how all the shit hits the fan. But, I kind of also, being as a Toms River resident, not to give too much away, but we actually went through something like that.
You guys did go through something like that,
something
right?
like very similarly in our hometown. In the early to mid 2000s. So it's kind of like a story that I was somehow, it was relatable to me like on a personal level, because I've kind of experienced that with our school system when I was younger. But yeah, overall, great movie.
Yeah, and this was directed by Cory Finley, who did Thoroughbreds with Anna Taylor-Joy. And
I did not know that.
And the late, great Anton Yelchin.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And that's,
Thoroughbreds is kind of an underrated movie to begin with.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay, yeah. It's a really, I believe I told you about Thoroughbreds. Yeah, it's a fun
Olivia
movie.
Cook's in it, right?
Olivia Cook's in it. Very quick, witty dialogue. It's very fun. Kind of has like a darker ending to it, but it's like almost like, I kind of classify it as almost like a dark comedy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that's going on, a lot of kind of evil scheming, conniving, and then just the chemistry and the banter between Olivia Cook and Anna Taylor-Joy is so good. It's like very cold, very like stubborn, but it's just like, it's that kind of the way you bounce off of someone. Their chemistry was really well done. I had no idea he directed that movie. I really like that movie. So
and it's funny too, because you say that about the chemistry, and that it's kind of a similar thing in this, because Hugh Jackman and Allison Janney have nice chemistry too. The way they bounce off one another, and
it's almost
their
like
interactions in the movie.
Yeah, whether it's like kind of at that point, those two are just pros. You know, I mean, nothing against Olivia Cook and Anna Taylor-Joy. They're a little bit younger, so I just imagine it was really like the direction and the script, but they kind of brought that sense of like sort of familiarity with each other that when you see them on screen together, like you said, the way they were bouncing off each other, they brought this sort of like almost like kind of human. I've known this person for a long time, so I can comfortably say stuff to this person.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are certain scenes, like remember the bleacher scene when they're eating the sandwich?
Yes.
And there's just certain stuff that you say to certain people when you're just so comfortable with them
And familiar and everything.
Exactly.
You look tired.
Tired as kicking my ass. I would kill somebody for a carb right now.
I don't know where you could find one.
You're such a bitch.
Oh, would you like a bite? Come on, eat the fucking sandwich.
Yeah, and I think the writing in the movie is very smart, and I think what you were saying too about how it's edited, how it's paced, is very well done. And then coming back to Hugh Jackman, Hugh Jackman, I feel like whenever he pops in a movie, he gets his due credit, but I don't think it's enough to say how much range this guy really has.
Dude.
Because going from playing, you got his role in Wolverine, and then you got Prisoners and The Greatest Showman, and being on Broadway and everything, the guy feels like he could play any role you throw at him, and this role's no different. He is absolutely fantastic in it. It's weird too how the mixed emotions you go through with how you feel about his character. There's a lot of ups and downs, and it's really interesting the way he plays the character, and it's very well done.
And I think a lot of that obviously is testament to him, but like you were saying, I think it's a really good script.
Yeah.
I think the movie was really well written. And yeah, we've, like you were saying, for an actor who has pretty much, for a role like Wolverine, such an iconic role, and the way he embodied this role for like almost 20 years. Whenever you see Hugh Jackman on screen, you never see Logan.
Yes.
At least from my personal opinion. If he's not playing Logan, I don't see it.
Right.
Because that's just the kind of ability that he has. He's able to step into whatever character he's playing shoes and totally embody that character. I did see it once in this movie, but that was just me being immature.
Right.
There's a certain scene that happens when I was like, no, Wolverine, what are you doing? But that's just like me being me. But in terms of like him actually portraying a character and stepping into a role, I always see whatever role is on screen. I never see
Which is
Wolverine.
an extreme testament to him, because a lot of times when you're an A-list actor, it's hard for you to forget, that
Dude, the guy
he's one of the few that, really just embodies a role.
And he
and
brings, like you're
disappears.
saying, he just brings, like the line in Prisoners that always sticks out to me is like in the very beginning when he said that to me. He said that to my fucking face. Like in the beginning, he grabs Paul Dano's character.
Yeah.
You're just like this. Like that's an angry dad
Right.
who wants to find his daughter. He's going through his emotions. That's what you see. You don't see Logan. You don't see Wolverine. You just see that, and that's
Right.
just a testament of the amazing actor that he is. And that guy, his time will come. He will get his Oscar. It's only a matter of when. But I'm looking forward to seeing him receive the accolades that he deserves.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. We really enjoyed the movie, and it premieres on HBO, so definitely go check it out. It's a brand new thing that you can watch while you're stuck in quarantine.
For sure. And then check out 6 Underground.
And then check out 6 Underground if you
Just
really
kidding.
want to just, waste 2.5 hours of your life. But thank you guys for listening. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you want to say to the people, Martin? Anything
Follow.
to the Nerds Nation?
No, follow and ain't no loss in Nerds Nation. But yeah, follow, like, click, subscribe, share, enjoy, repeat, all that good stuff. We'll try to be back here soon with some other stuff, but in the meantime, yeah, just take care, everyone.
Awesome.
And love y'all.
Catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.